Good evening, everyone. Led Zampolit here. We're back with another episode of War on the Sea, our campaign fighting up Guadalcanal in the Eastern Solomon Islands. So let's hop right into it. And look at that, I got the wrong background. I'm going to be directing this battle from shore today, I suppose. We'll just say I'm directing this battle from Guadalcanal itself. So let's hop right into it. I was just streaming Wargame Red Dragon a few minutes ago with my brother, but I wasn't particularly satisfied with the map setup, and I just really in suspense about what's going to happen in this campaign. I mean, to be honest, because it's the first playthrough. I mean, it's not like I've ever played this game before, this campaign before, and I don't know what kind of resources they're going to give me to take this fucking island. Which is why I've had to launch Operation Staghound, which is to basically strip all these islands of their garrisons. You can see here, I've stripped it down to 250 troops, and 250 troops. Now, what that's garnered me is about a whole brigade's worth of infantry, which have just landed my first batch of 1,000 infantry on Guadalcanal about 2 days ago, game time, probably actually yesterday, 25th of August, 1942. 4 destroyers. I'm running them like a Tokyo Express. So destroyers can carry up to 250 infantry. And I wish in this game they would actually use APDs, which were the American destroyer transports. They were built out of the old, I think, Wilkes class and Clemson class destroyers. Just kind of stripped them down and, you know, used them as fast transports. And if I'm not mistaken, we actually used them maybe at Makinatl, the attack on Makinatl. But the Japanese definitely used their destroyers quite a bit to drop infantry off. So anyways, my first Tokyo Express, or what I call the Yankee Express, dropped my infantry off here at Guadalcanal. And then I decided to risk an encounter with a Japanese light surface fleet. Well, thank you very much, Nathan Crane. I appreciate that. Japanese light forces operating within Iron Bottom Sound. Now, currently, I've got Staghound Delta, which is my medium surface action group, medium power surface action group, consisting of 4 heavy cruisers and 4 destroyers. They are going to currently intercept this Japanese fleet that's known to operate over here, which sank my transports, my destroyer transports. It's my fault. It was foolish. Call it victory disease. In the meantime, in 1 hour, my ships will be dropping off another set of 1,000 infantry. Let's verify that they're loaded. They are loaded. Now the problem is that within an hour, they could be tangled up. See, it's 8 in the morning. There's plenty of daylight. They could be tangled up with this Japanese light surface force operating here. Staghound Delta will be in the area within 1.3 hours. So I could hold these ships off the coast until my surface action group takes care of them. But I don't know. Maybe I still have victory disease. I'm gonna take that risk. And I'll just have my destroyers withdraw if they come under too much fire too quickly. In the meantime, Staghound Charlie is my supply group coming from the New Hebrides. And that consists of a couple transports and 1,000 men from New Hebrides. So, what the hell is this? This is my, okay, that's the Australia. The Australia was torpedoed by a Japanese sub south of New Georgia, and we are going to send her back for repairs. Release. Okay, so this task force can now go back to its station northwest of Rennell Island, acting as sort of a floating naval reserve, so to speak. Not particularly tough, but it is still consisting of 2 light cruisers, 3 Bensons. So anyways, it's going to act as a reserve, not one with particular strong punch. My Avengers flying from Rennell Island, trying to dominate the slot with surface air power. I got Wildcats moving in. So anyways, we're ready to push play and see what the hell happens. So my Avengers, it is now 8:10 in the morning. They cannot find this Japanese fleet. So we're going to move this at speed 60 here. We're going to take a sip of this tasty beer. Which is, if you've seen my streams before, you know it's good people out of Birmingham, Alabama. Delicious stuff. Alright, halt. Wish for my Avengers to make another flight pattern. My APDs, we'll call them my APDs. Just, you know, basically destroyer transports. They are about to make it to Guadalcanal. We got enemy float plane. And you know what I forgot to do? Is I forgot to flush my own float planes. But we do have an encounter, so let's go ahead and begin this engagement. My Avengers have spotted enemy ships. Do these guys have torpedoes? Have I already used them? I think I've already used these guys. Let's leave this battle. They're smoking because, yeah, I think in the last game, they... I don't know. They got 1 torpedo. Alright, anyways. I guess I'm confused. I can't remember if I used my Avengers in the last episode or not. Rennell Island is ready to launch more aircraft. Pause. USS Grouper has been spotted by Japanese aircraft. It is a mandatory encounter. Let's go ahead and save scum. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him down to dive. Look at that, he's already going down. Speed this sucker up to 5 and end this encounter. Alright, good. I was able to end that encounter and not spend, you know, 2 minutes waiting for the engagement to end while I drink beer and get loaded, just waiting for this game to move along. We do have the encounter with the Japanese light cruisers. Somehow they have managed to pass around me. In the meantime, let me get Staghound Alpha to drop its infantry off. Unload all. Okay, forces have landed on Guadalcanal, consisting now 4,680 infantry, and you can see that we're still heavily outnumbered on Guadalcanal. So you can launch scouts from your ships, Nathan, by actually selecting on a vessel and going to aircraft, just like you would actually do it from an aircraft carrier. And you can see if I wanted to, I could flush. Interesting. This is a mandatory encounter. I don't know if there was a new patch or something, but I don't remember having the ability to flush aircraft when you have a mandatory encounter here. So anyways, I do have 1 Kingfisher airborne. Well, let's go ahead and begin the battle with that. So that's a nice luxury. Alright, let's start this, and let's go ahead and send you west, provide some targeting data for my ships. The enemy is currently, let's see. Let's take a look at our tactical dispositions, which for the most part I'm pleased with thus far. So we're going to target vessel number 1. He is at a range of 26,000 yards. USS Plunkett, I wish for you. Target vessel number 2. USS Quincy, target vessel number 2. USS Wichita, target vessel number 1. Astoria, target number 2. San Francisco, target number 1. Eberl, target number 4. Livermore, target number 3. So here we are. We got 2 Japanese light cruisers. One of them seems to be listing pretty badly, and I believe that was from my Avenger strike. And you can see he's actually a little dented up, it looks like. Kingfisher's on its way to its target, where it will orbit the Japanese fleet. Quincy can probably open fire. Let's see if she can open fire. Let's do spotting shots. Spotting shots, HE. Open fire. Alright, my fleet. You may fire when ready. Alright, you can see my beautiful cruisers opening fire now on the Japanese fleet. My firing solutions are probably real just shit right now. It's not too bad. We got firing solution of 42%. Possibly because we're doing spotting rounds. And at this range, one thing I don't know is whether... I don't know at what range or under what specific circumstances, and I'm sure it'll be in a book that I'll come across at some point, that dyed shells would be used. And that'd be cool if they actually had that in this game, as if you had shells that were dyed. And I didn't know that until I was reading Rick Atkinson's book, Army at Dawn, about the Massachusetts when it started shelling. I don't know what French battleship it was at Casablanca, if it was the Richelieu or the Jean Bert, but as it was shelling it was the French, I think, were returning fire with shells that were dyed. So when it would splash with green and red, so you could identify what ships in the battle line are firing those spotting shells. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, I didn't know that, and makes perfect sense. It's just like I didn't know what, I don't know, I think they call them range clocks. Early dreadnoughts would have these giant clocks on their bridges, and I guess it's supposed to indicate the range on those range clocks. So any vessels that are in front of that ship can always figure out the range, I guess, of the target they're firing at by looking at the range clock, because it's this giant looking range clock on the bridge of a battleship. So anyways, gotta talk about something to fill in the time, because this game's a slow burner, you know. And look at my shells, they're starting to land close. We are at 24,000 yards. My boys are firing pretty good. What's our, we got 64% now, and that I don't know if that's because the Kingfisher is providing targeting data or what. Let's take a look at this. What are we dealing with? These ships are scattering all over the place. So this Kingfisher in real life would be observing these shots. I think we just got a hit on him. Would be observing these shots and correcting the shots for the cruisers, for the battle fleet. In night engagements, I don't think it's been simulated in this game yet, but in night engagements, these planes, the Japanese in particular, I think train for nighttime float plane operations in order to, or they had the purpose of basically dropping flares at nighttime over the enemy fleet, and that Japanese float plane pilots train for night flying. So anyways, the Japanese fleet is really broken up here. These destroyers are circling around. We are crossing the enemy's T. As a matter of fact, we want to change course. Leaves. I wish for you to turn to approximately 330 degrees north. Left standard rudder. One thing I want to see, or that would be useful to me, is, okay, so 5-inch gun will be able to, they will be in range. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So this is armor penetration, the vertical armor penetration, I guess at that range. The horizontal penetration, is that right? Am I reading that right? Ah, last stand of tin can sailors. I haven't read that yet, but I did read Hornfisher's. Is it James Hornfisher? I read his other book, Neptune's Inferno, which is why I'm so into this game and in this campaign. I mean, this isn't the first time I've fought up Guadalcanal. I did some war in this. I did a war in the Pacific campaign. I did a play-by-email game with my brother. Why the hell aren't you firing, boys? Okay, they're firing. But yeah, Hornfisher's other book, Neptune's Inferno, about the battles of Guadalcanal, the naval battles of Guadalcanal, great reading. And look how beautiful this looks. I mean, these are not, for 2021, these are not complex graphic textures. But this is a beautiful sight. I mean, this is my fleet. I'm in command of it. And this is why I almost wish they did a Dreadnoughts thing, because these graphics beat out Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, hands down. Now, that may not. I'm not being fair, because Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts is not even in Steam Early Access. I mean, it is in pre-alpha, I guess is what you might call it. But and I love it. I enjoy playing it for what it is. It's got a lot of work to do, but anyways, let's take a look at the Japanese fleet here. All right, so you see the enemy light cruisers are still under fire. The enemy fleet's all broken up. Why can't I select my Kingfisher here? I need her to come back. Aircraft. Kingfisher. Return back to the target area. I am now coming under fire. Japanese destroyers. are firing at almost 2,100 yards. I'm impressed. They got better guns than my 5-incher Mark 12s. Is that what they were? Yeah. My Mark 12 5-inch guns only have a range of 17,000 yards. So we're making our turn. Whoa, that shell landed dangerous. Whoa, the enemy's getting some good straddles here. Now the one thing you can't do in this game, I don't know if it's ever going to be modeled, is for destroyers to lay smoke screens. Not that I have a need for that right now. Obviously I would do that if I had a destroyer column screening a force of capital ship. You can do that in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. You can actually lay out a barrier or a smoke to obstruct your main battle line when necessary. Oh, he just took a fucking hit. Did he just take a hit? Yeah, he did. 52% integrity, 76%. So the shell landed right here. I saw it hit. It's causing flooding. That's 52% integrity, 76. I mean, it looked like he took maybe a 6-inch shell, if I had to guess. Oh, shit, I'm at 13,000 yards. Open fire. You're at 19,000 yards? Is their formation that spread far apart? Let's save scum, and the other thing is I would like to turn down the music. So let me save scum this. Paranoid here. I gotta save it twice. Don't trust the game. What I want to do. Let's leave the music. We'll change the music when we exit out of this battle, but I tend to think it's a little bit loud. So look at that. Beautiful looking fleet. I don't see where the Japanese are smoking. There they are. The enemy is just shattered. Who is targeting Kuma? Kuma is trying to make a run on us. I don't know if they're trying to set up for a torpedo run or what. You are targeting Kuma. You're targeting... Cease your fire on him. Target that Kuma. Open fire. Quincy, who are you targeting? Kuma number 2, you're not even firing. What the major fuck? Target that vessel, open fire. These guys expend a lot of ammunition, I've come to learn. What in the royal F? Open fire. You can continue to target Kuma 2 at 18,000 yards. I'm good with that. They ceased firing. Oh, you know why they ceased firing? It's because I clicked retreat. And when I clicked retreat, I was going to change the sound. And apparently that caused them to cease firing. It's fine. You may fire when ready. Oh shit, you're right. Radars, what does that do? You know what? I don't think I've ever turned radars on in this game, ever. I want to see what this does. This is an experiment. Well, it's going to obviously do well for him. Radars on. Oh my god. Yeah, I've never used radars. I mean, you would... You can't leave it to this game to obviously do everything for you. That's why, obviously that's why it demands as much attention as it does, for better or worse. Now that Kuma is pretty damn close. Thank you, Nathan. I didn't even think about the radar. Yeah, that's a good policy. I need to be in the habit of... I mean, I'm in the habit of doing that with my destroyers when they need to bang away with their sonars. Oh wow, they restored hull integrity back up to 100%. Is that right? Okay, good job. Good repair crews. Whoa, you took another hit though. Yeah, he took a hit to the funnel and a hit to the 5-inch main gun behind there. Why in the fuck are you not firing? You know, if we wipe this light cruiser off the face of the earth, I'll be pretty happy with the results of this engagement. I took another hit. This Kuma is just getting rocked. Oof. Alright, so the one thing I want to take a look at is Nagara and the Kumas look pretty similar to me. What are the primary differences between the two? So the Nagara is a taller first funnel. The Kuma same damn ship, same damn profile, so far as I can tell. One's 5170 tons. One is 5100 tons. 36 knots. $36 knots. Alright, so they're the same damn ship. Pretty much, same class. I don't know the story behind them, but how are we doing here? Got some damage getting repaired. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Finish this cruiser off and then we'll end this engagement. You see we're crossing the enemy T here. Well, the enemy, it's not a T because the enemy is scattered to high hell. Yeah, Nathan, yeah, I got the spotting fire. That's what all my ships are doing right now. They're all doing spotting fire. My experience in this game is that if you don't have spotting firing on and you're just blazing away, there's nothing wrong with that except it eats your ammunition on these ships like crazy. 2 engagements like this and my ships would be wiped of shell. This isn't even a major. Major engagement would be against 6 enemy vessels. Kuma's dead in the water. We got someone that's burning. Oh shit, someone hit the Quincy. She got a fire in her funnel and her batteries have taken probably a couple light hits here. Now, ranging, we're gonna cease. We're gonna turn the radar back on. We're gonna cease doing spotting rounds, and we're just gonna slam him with full shells. There he goes. He's listing even further. This thing's gone. Says. All right, let's end this engagement. I've got the dominance, heavy damage. Other Kuma. If they want to tangle with me again, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, that other Kuma's, you know, a mobility kill. So, all right, we got 20 hours to return back. I'm gonna keep this fleet in Iron Bottom Sound until Staghound Charlie drops off his supplies and infantry at Guadalcanal. It is 9:30 in the morning. Our Avengers are no longer airborne. Where's my Avengers? Oh, here they are. They're RTB. This Wildcat squadron is one of the Hornets' last battle group, and the squadron's bugged out. I do want to position the Granian to west of Villa La Vella. Don't know if that's saying that right. I got 56 command points. Have I got any more supplies or anything like that? No. 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 Port Moresby's got nothing. You've got nothing. Let's go ahead and flush some fighters out of Port Moresby and just... I mean, this is something I really wish I can automate. It's just, I really wish I could have some Catalinas or some bow fighters flying out of Port Moresby, just kind of scouting out. But, you know, you got to micromanage everything in this game, so... Alright, let's keep this moving forward. Quincy is ready to launch aircraft. Wildcat has an encounter. Which Wildcat? Where? Holy shit. Holy shit. We have a Japanese invasion en route to Port Moresby, and I just scouted out. Oh, God, the sub fucking missed it. The enemy is invading Port Moresby. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Well, this is an interesting development. I can't say Port Moresby. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to say Port Moresby. Okay, pause. I want you to find a fat, juicy transport full of Japanese, and I want you to... What's this escorted by? 2 destroyers. This is a Japanese invasion force of Port Moresby. Fly that away. We're going to hit it from amidships. Target him, the last in line. They're only traveling 2 knots. They're begging for it. Hit him. Yeah, I can't compress. That's fine. Attack him. My Wildcats are getting ready to make their strafing run. I don't know what aircraft was flown out of Port Moresby usually. I thought I knew they had bow fighters flying out of Port Moresby, but may have had air cobras flying out of Port Moresby, but they didn't have wildcats. All of you, attack 8, attack 8, attack 8, attack 8. All right, so here they go. They're about to make their strafing run. Alright, starting to take flak. Heavy flak. Making their attack run. There you go. Good job, boys. But to the last man, I wish for you to continue attacking target number 8. I've already lost one wildcat. Fire. Lost another wildcat. Now I know how those, yeah, I think you may be right. P-40 Warhawks, Nathan, I think you're right. Could be right. I don't know why air cobras come to mind. I think they may have flown air cobras out of Henderson Field as well. So our wildcats, let's go ahead and just bug out. Or go ahead and attack until you're shot down. Finish them off. But that'd be really cool if this game could I mean, I'm really pleased that it included some Australian ships. Oh, there he goes. Light him up. Look at him, man. Brave pilot doing his part. Japanese destroyer is making its turn. That flak trying to knock down that last wildcat. Keep attacking. No, attack. Finish it. I know you ain't gonna sink, but this is I need you to make a last-ditch effort to destroy as many Japanese soldiers as you can before they hit Port Moresby. I'm surprised he hasn't been shot down yet. There he goes. Alright. Brave man. Brave men. Last-ditch defense. Now I know how those Brewster Buffaloes felt flying over Cotabaru in, what was it, December 8th, 1942? When the Japanese landed at Malaya and all the British had, I think or I don't know if it was a British or Royal Australian Air Force, all they had were Brewster Buffaloes. And, fighting against Zeros. Alright, let's so we got a Japanese invasion force about to hit the beaches at Port Moresby. I can't launch aircraft for another 10 minutes. I can flush wildcats again. But invasion warning for Port Moresby. Kingfisher spotted the retire. Holy shit! 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, 2 destroyers. We've got a major naval engagement going on here. Staghound Alpha, I wish for you to stay within the AO. Prepare to act as a floating reserve. We need to protect these transports as they make their way to Henderson Field. Alright, let's save scum. Not because I hate losing. I love losing. I just fight like hell to win, but I don't mind losing in war games. The only reason I'm doing that is the game's still in a pretty unstable state. Alright, so this Kingfisher, I want to go ahead and I can ignore this engagement, but I want to jump into it. The reason being is I want as much distance, I want as much reconnaissance as I can get before I place my fleet in the proper disposition to engage the enemy on the most favorable terms. And there they are. Fuck. These are my 4 destroyers. Where's my other fleet? Where's my other fleet? No. Get out of this engagement. If I don't have to engage them, I'm not about to. This is my Staghound convoy that is... I mean, they don't have any infantry. But there's my fleet right there. Why wasn't it on the mini-map? I don't get it. Can I merge everybody? Let's see if we can merge them. Is that all I can merge? I can't have any more ships in that fleet? Recipient group at 10 ships. So the most ships I can have is 10. So what I did is I disengaged. Let's take a look at that battle line. I'm gonna try 2 column left. Let's try something different. 3. We're going to try different formations out here. 5. 7. 3. 5. 7. 9. Okay, we're doing 2 column left formation. Let's see how this works out. Okay, that Japanese fleet is no longer there. There it is. No, that's a light cruiser and 2 destroyers retiring. Thing I don't know about this game. Yeah, Ben, I do have a carrier, and I'm not using. I can't afford it at the moment. I had to scratch together this cruiser force just to. I gotta think about what my next set of operations will be, and they will probably involve a carrier. But right now, this is the only thing I can think about to do in the campaign. Is just reinforce Guadalcanal with what I've got. The carrier I'll probably use as nothing more than a floating reserve once I can get these airfields built up. Let's go ahead and ignore this. In the meantime, this fleet needs to, it can overpower anything it encounters. So let's go ahead and run a search pattern. I need you to clear the sea lane for Staghound Charlie carrying forces and supplies from New Hebrides. Japanese sub. Not good. What's going on over here? There, that's a search pattern right there for you. Flush, 4 more Avengers. Patrol Iron Bottom Sound. Here's the enemy ships. Here they come. Okay, I am now over Port Moresby, where the enemy invasion fleet is expected to be. There they are. Enemy transports inbound to Port Moresby, which is right here in this bay. And I wish for you to fly directly south. You're going to take a little flak, but I want you to hit that last transport. So this is desperate last-ditch defense to provide some kind of basis of defense for Port Moresby. So I'm really surprised. I'm just thinking here, you know, I do have a carrier, and I can use it as a basis of operations to retake Port Moresby and interdict enemy supplies coming into Port Moresby. Problem is, I have no infantry. Like, I'm not going to waste resources on Port Moresby unless I can have an offensive objective there. So I only want to use my naval forces really for offensive operations and maintain aggression. I'll use the subs to deny the enemy access to Port Moresby, and I may send plenty of subs out there, if anything. But until I have enough troops, I am not going to try and retake Port Moresby. Okay, this transport is trying to get away, and we are going to attack it. Here come my Wildcats. Last-ditch defense to sink a Japanese transport, hopefully laden with Japanese infantry. So I would not use my carrier in Operation Port Moresby unless I'm prepared to retake it. My primary strategic objective is to still take Guadalcanal. And I've said it before, these other ancillary islands around Guadalcanal, like, I would consider it gamey to not fight for Guadalcanal and take Tulagi and build up a level 5 airfield there, but you know, I kind of want to play this a little bit historically and realistically, and not really game mode, and not really play on any of the game's faults. All right, so here we are, currently getting strafe, or about to strafe, taking flak, about to strafe this Japanese transport. Taking a shitload of flak. Go ahead and keep attacking. Yeah, they all got nailed, shot down. That's fine. You guys are doing the last-ditch defense here of Port Moresby. What bravery. What beautiful, beautiful bravery. That's the second time I've ever seen a plane actually hit a ship. I had a Japanese Zero smash into the aft of the USS Hornet in I don't know if it was an episode or one of the preliminary campaign things, but that was a brave guy. Brave guy. Alright, let's end this. He drove his Wildcat into the Japanese ship. Alright, I want this sub to go over here and hit that anchorage. Port Moresby has got nothing more than 1,000 troops, but they are battle-hardened Anzacs. I hope for them to... Let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to detach... a group, Task Force 12. Call it ASW group. And it's going to hit the submarine. I don't know how we're able to see this damn submarine. Task Force 12 has got an encounter. Who's Task Force 12? Oh shit, Task Force 12 has an encounter? I've got torpedoes inbound. That sub is hitting my fleet. So I gotta keep a lookout for torpedoes. Torpedoes spotted. Pause. Torpedoes are making a turn. Come about to about 330 degrees. Let's avoid this spread. Let's mark this location. This location from which those torpedoes were sent were there. So here's another thing. You're not able to flag or do grid references on this mini-map, which is annoying as shit, because I'd like to use that to find out where this Japanese sub is, where I'm leaving it behind as I evade its torpedoes. Go ahead and start banging away with your sonar. Make revolutions for 37 knots. "32 knots. I want this fleet broken apart to avoid this torpedo. Why the Livermore is turning into the San Francisco, I don't know. I'm about to get hit by a fucking torpedo here. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. Shit! Alright, how you guys doing? Not good. Let's do a little counter flooding. Okay. Left full rudder. Keep that sonar going. Bang away with your sonars. This fleet's scattered all to hell. There he is. Pause. I can see him right on the surface there. Left full, come about, left full rudder. Make revolutions for 8 knots. All my cruisers are in front. See, I didn't like that formation there. Kind of like them in line abreast. Or line astern, rather. Gotta potential collision coming up here, and jeez, it's really, damn sub has really scattered my fleet all to hell. Plunkett, you got hit by a torpedo, but you're the only one that can prosecute the submarine contact right now. There he is. Target, enemy sub. Plunkett is sunk. Slow down. Left full rudder. Slow down. Where's my next destroyer? Shit. Left full rudder. Oh my god, we're about to have a collision. What on earth is going on here? He's got a collision. They freaking collided, man. Admiral, what are you doing? Prosecute that subcontact, for God's sake. Oh my god, this... I can't believe we had a collision out of this deal, too. Okay, enemy subcontact. There he is. Right there. Look at him. Can we ram his ass? What's he doing? He's making a turn to the left. He's making a turn to port. Hear the creaking of the Plunkett sinking. He's diving lower. USS Quincy, I wish for you to accelerate to 32 knots, right full rudder. Need everyone to get up on that subcontact. Now, if I was a Japanese heavy cruiser, I'd be dropping torpedoes all over that thing, but Americans never bothered to put depth charges on the cruisers. Lost the contact. Center rudder. Go 3 knots ahead. No, you. Prosecute that contact. Quincy, center rudder. God, these controls are so wonky. Quincy, I wish for you to reduce speed to 3 knots. Warden, reduce speed to 8 knots. Eberl, reduce speed to 8 knots. Let's see what we see with our sonars. What the hell is that? Is that it? that a Japanese sub right there? Pause. Warden just passed over him. There he is. Reverse. We're going to depth charge him in reverse. Full spread. Eberl. Turn to meet that target. Okay, it's not accepting my orders. I need to micromanage this. That Japanese sub is booking at 7 knots underwater. You're not going to make it, Warden. Warden, accelerate to 37 knots. Left full rudder. Eberl, accelerate to 20 knots. Left full rudder. Prepare to drop a spread. 5 depth charges, 5 seconds apiece. That Japanese sub is trying to book out of here. Center rudder. Rudders and midships. There he is. Right full rudder. Slow down to 13 knots. Knots, come left full rudder, left full rudder. Come on, left full rudder, come about. Increase speed to 15 knots. Prepare for a full spread. Right full rudder, Japanese is turning. Prepare to drop your spread. Rudders and midships. Fire your spread. Depth charges are away. Yeah, it's getting them good. Come on. Hit them. Slow speed to 8 knots. Hit him again. Damn, he's deep. Right full rudder. God damn it, we missed him. Warden, target and make your run. He's got a little damage on him. Come left full rudder. Well, that's interesting. Somehow I still have 60 of my 60 out of 60 maximum depth charges. Is that right? I got 60 depth charges? Increase speed to 13 knots. We're going to drop it ahead of him this time. Increase speed to 18 knots. Center rudder. Give it a gentle right rudder. Get a little time compression here. I didn't know that. I was controlling the wrong damn sub, wrong damn ship. Stand by. Okay, get ready to drop your charges. Second depth charge run. Right full rudder. Center rudder. Rudders amidships. Drop them. Drop your charges. Slow speed 4 knots. There we go. Those are some good charges. Good ones. Hit them again. Send and stop. We right full rudder. Here we go. More depth charges. Yeah, he's got to be sinking now. Well, it was 60 out of 60, and now I got no more depth charges. Did I use them all? Fire. I'm out of depth charges. Damn. Japanese sub probably got away. He's blowing ballast. Hang on, he's about to surface. We're about to jack him up. Here he comes. Dude's like, Captain, there's a fucking Japanese sub surfacing right off our port bow. Well, fucking open fire on it. Japanese sub just surfaced and is opening fire on us. Fire, I wish for you. Target him and open the fuck fire. Yeah, sink that son of a bitch, please. So we drove the contact to the surface and we're now destroying it by gunfire. Alright, enemy is sunk. Woof, that was the longest engagement there. So the USS Plunkett was sunk and we got minor damage to Eberl due to a collision. Alright, let's keep pushing through. ASW says he has found a contact. Okay. What kind of contact? Do we have another submarine contact? We got something. Be on the lookout for torpedoes. Could have another Japanese sub out here. I got a Kingfisher overhead. Don't see any torpedoes. Could be enemy Zeros, maybe. But this group was intended to attack that Japanese sub that I just sank. That's why I broke them off from the group. And unfortunately the game didn't bring in the other action group on this map. There we are. It's a float plane. It's either came from a Japanese sub or it came from one of their cruisers. Leave this engagement in 62 seconds. The Japanese now has sight of my two destroyers in Iron Bottom Sound. We got shell splashes, so there is a Japanese surface action group this aircraft is spotting for, and we can see shell splashes back there. We can leave this engagement in 25 seconds, 20 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Okay, so surface action group was engaged with enemy fleet here. I will want to reattach them Task Force 12, which has since lost one destroyer. Staghound Charlie will hit the beaches in about 1 hour. Renell Island can flush new aircraft. I'm going to flush 4 Wildcats. Enemy float plane. Let's ignore that. Although we may be in a surface action here in a minute. Kingfisher still has 176 nautical miles. Wish for you to stay pretty close and patrol Iron Bottom Sound. Avengers made contact. There's my fleet. Japanese float plane. They have me under observation. What's this Kingfisher doing? Get back over here and spot the Japanese fleet for me, please. Form up, everybody. We've got Japanese float planes, got us under observation right now. I'm not happy about that. Enemy's probably got wouldn't be surprised if I see shell splashes here in a minute. Avengers, head north. Find the Japanese fleet and torpedo it. Fire back at them. So look at that. My Avengers are currently using their tail guns to try and take out the Japanese float planes. That's pretty cool. Form up. Echelon left. Form up echelon right then. Don't see any shell splashes. Let's go and start ending this engagement. Why is someone smoking? Take some damage from that float plane. Okay, let's end this engagement. Stop. Farragut, McDonough, why don't you just do an ASW patrol around here, okay? That'll be helpful. Japanese fleet spotted 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, 2 destroyers. Task Force 12, formerly Staghound Delta, is now moving to engage the enemy, and I'm really hoping these Avengers get brought into this battle. We have a major surface action in the offing here. Yep, and I got Wildcats to boot, so we got a flush battle space. So let's go ahead and engage this. Start this engagement. I wish for my Wildcats to not fly off the map. Okay, my Avengers are flying over Savo Island. We have, in this Japanese fleet, cheating a little bit here, we have a Japanese cruiser. Alabama is currently in New Hebrides right now, getting repaired. Believe me, I love the Alabama. It's one of my favorite battleships. I visited it a few times in my life, and she'll be in action here soon enough. We do have a Japanese heavy cruiser of the Otago class. I wish for all 4 of my Avengers to target the lead Japanese cruiser, and I think you've got a pretty good firing position where you're at. I wish for you to target ship number 2. Attack. My Wildcats. I'm gonna lose them, but I need you to just nail this destroyer here. Actually, I wish for you guys to form up a line abreast and then target him and attack. Okay. And then I wish for my cruisers, starting with the Quincy, to target ship number 2. They're at 15,000 yards. Wish for you to spot, open fire, open fire. Astoria, wish for you, target enemy number 1, open fire, open fire. USS Wichita, wish for you, target heavy cruiser number 2. You may fire when ready. USS San Francisco, target heavy cruiser number 1. You may fire when ready. And then all you bums in the back, wish for you to target these light cruisers, open fire. Eberl, target, open fire. Warden, target, and fire when ready. Monaghan, target number 3. You may fire when ready. We got an even distribution of targets, focusing my heavies on the enemy heavy surface units. So let's get into action. USS Quincy, you've got good angles on your shots. All turrets are in action. Let's watch the engagement. Japanese heavy cruisers are turning, the enemy fleet is turning to port. That's not giving me the best angle on my torpedo attack from my Avengers. So you see my fleet currently on 2 column left. Takeo class cruiser. I don't know. I may have called it an Otago class, but that's me getting World of Warships, getting that mixed up. I've got an Otago in World of Warships, which that's one of my favorite arcade type games to play. I do like to play World of Warships. My family likes to play it. My father plays it when he's at my house. My two brothers play it. We division up. So I've got a lot of time in that game. It's been a Friday night hoot for me. So we see the enemy is turning to give us full broadsides here. Kingfisher, I wish for you to return to the area in order to target. My Avengers are probably still going to have a pretty good attack pattern. Soria's already got a direct hit on itself, and they're currently repairing it. Woof! Storia's taking concentrated fire from the enemy. They're taking hits. Took another hit. Come on, boys. Fuck it. I need you to take off spotting fire and just hammer them. Don't worry about spotting. This is a close range engagement now. Astoria is already burning. So the Kingfisher's got a good view of this battle, I think. So you can see, here's my fleet, which you can kind of see in the distance. And the Japanese fleet, currently taking a lot of lead. Might have a collision with themselves here. That looks like a collision in the offing. Oh, pause. Wildcats are making their torpedo run at this very moment. Here they come. Here you go, boys. Look at that. Play. Woof, that's a lot of heavy flak. Come on, boys. You can do it. He's going 32 knots, man. Shit, you're dropping those behind. Oh, I lost them all. Torpedoes did not fire. Where's my fucking torpedoes? Oh, their torpedo run got jacked up. We got ourselves a pretty even engagement, I think, here. Or it was even. I was really depending on those Japanese cruisers getting slammed by my Avengers. Avenger, target. Vessel, target, you never drop your torpedoes. I wish for you to target Takeo and attack. So we've got a beautiful, this is where this game shines beautifully. We got a beautiful vista of my battle fleet. Currently engaged with probably in my 10th surface action of this campaign, and it's not even the end of August in 1942 yet. So you can see the Astoria's got some fires. We've got more damage on I don't know what ship that is, but I've taken them off spotting fire. The Japanese fleet is right here. Both of my Avengers have just been shot down. You just saw my Avengers shot down there. Wildcats are about to make a strafing run. Let's see if we can... I want to watch the strafing run by my Wildcats from my Kingfisher. So, both Japanese heavy cruisers are burning. It looks like the light cruisers are making a turn to starboard. Our shell fire is all over their ass. Our Wildcats are probably about to come into anti-aircraft fire. Okay, here's anti-aircraft fire. There's my Wildcats right there. Oh, shit. Here they go. They're about to strafe. There they are. There they are, moving in. Oh, they're opening fire on that Japanese destroyer. Light them up. Light them up. Oh, look at my boys. They're breaking off. He was a destroyer after all. Got a Wildcat got shot down there. Get out of there, boys. Get out of there. Hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. It's a kamikaze class destroyer. These Japanese heavy cruisers are taking a lot of fire, but I've got some damage. We've got heavy damage on the Astoria. She's really taking a beating in this battle. San Francisco's good. Eberl's taking a hit. Oh man. Astoria's in bad shape. She's got heavy damage. Narrow your shots. Everyone narrow your shots. I want good patterns on these enemy ships. My Wildcat still flying around. This guy acts like his rudder's busted because he's turning to port. They having themselves a collision here. See my fleet out here. Got an engagement at about 8 miles, 7 miles, 9,000 yards. Astoria's in pretty bad shape here. I do have a concern for Japanese long lance torpedoes. I have not. Okay. San Francisco's under fire now. I do have a concern for Japanese long lance torpedoes at this range. Thus far, I'm impressed with the AI's aggression and its ability to keep up with this in its formation. San Francisco just took a shot right to the propeller. Yeah, I bet Alabama is definitely one of my favorite ships. So I visited the Texas, I visited the Massachusetts, and I visited the Alabama. So those are the 3 battleships I visited. Alabama's by far my favorite. I got to spend the night on it for a Boy Scouts thing. Texas is awesome because she's a old school dreadnought. I mean, she's been upgraded for World War II, but she's got the blue kind of paint on it. She's in really bad shape as a museum. That Japanese cruiser is burning the hell back. Whoa! Took another hit. San Francisco is burning. And then I visited quite a few destroyers and subs in my time. Come on, boys, finish him. So the enemy is turning in this direction. It would be cool if this game allowed you to see the tracks that your fleet has moved. Now, I have not repositioned my fleet at all. It's in the same formation that it's been. However, I will turn them because we could be under torpedo attack at this very moment. I wish for the squadron to turn to 0 degrees north. San Francisco's got some heavy damage. Astorio's got heavy damage. Kingfisher's got a beautiful view of the battle. My fleet formation is really fucking up, and I did not intend to do that. I don't know what I did wrong, honestly. But I don't know. I gotta control this. I don't know what's going on. What is my fleet doing? I don't want line ahead. I want 2 column left. Stay on 2 column left. Please keep your guns on target. Please stay 2 column left. Why is my fleet doing this? I didn't order it to do that. Shit. Because now my A and B turrets are not in position to open fire. Japanese fleet's just circling around on itself, it looks like. I got a destroyer burning, 2 heavy cruisers burning. They're reforming in the 2 column left, so I'm pleased to see the AI is able to handle that. Yeah, they're turning back in the 2 column left. Keep your fire up. Pause. The enemy is severely damaged, or one of their ships are. I wish the USS Quincy. Take a look at the enemy fleet. He's fucked up. His guns are skewed out all over the place. This guy's still a danger. He is the Miyoko class, a Miyoko class heavy cruiser. So, Quincy, wish for you to redirect your fire on Miyoko. Halt your gun battery direction. Redirect your directors. That's a tongue twister after you've had 4 beers and attitude adjustment. Open fire. Astoria, you're good. Keep firing on Miyoko 1. Keep firing on Miyoko 1. Still plenty of shells. San Francisco, not in good shape. San Francisco's got a lot of flooding. Wish for you to clear your gun directors, target Miyoko, open fire. Livermore, targeting the proper ship, targeting the proper ship, targeting the proper ship, targeting the proper ship. Okay, everybody. It's U.S. Navy in action, fellas. Now, can you imagine working in a boiler room and you take a shell right through your engine spaces and boiler? Wait, what are you doing? Wish for you to clear that gun director, target the Miyoko, open fire. So you can actually have 2 directors aiming at the same target, but if one director gets damaged, it's good to have a backup director on the same target if you're trying to focus fire. Or use an alternate director so you can easily switch between 2 different targets. Still trying to get it. Still trying to get good at it. 2 turrets to the front main guns are destroyed. And that is because the main magazine. So they're putting out fires. They're putting out flooding in the front. I wish for you to... Actually, I'm not nearly as concerned with flooding in the front because I will counter flood in the back. If that helps. It may drop my speed, but I need these magazine elevators working. Right now, the elevators loading ammunition to my front 2 turrets are currently damaged. Astoria's got really critical damage. So let's go ahead and keep things going. So right now, my magazine elevators are not able to move ammunition up to these 8-inch guns. And they are 8-inch Mark 8-inch 55 caliber Mark 14s. So I am now focusing fire on the Miyoko, and she is not even pointing at my ships. These front turrets are not even pointing at my ships. I don't know what that means. But she is now being bracketed by fire. Light her up. Okay. Livermore. What is the Livermore doing? Why is she turning? Why is she turning? Hold on, hold the fuck on. Stop, you're about to collision alarm. Shit. No, speed up. Why are my ships doing this? Stop. Oh my god, I'm about to have a fucking collision. We got a fucking collision. God damn it. What did that do? I'm gonna chalk that up to Fog of War, alright? None of these games are perfect. Even if the game was designed perfectly, I don't want it to be perfect. I want Fog of War, but that was just fucking idiotic. What did I do wrong there? I wish... Miyoko is sinking. Halt. I wish for you to target the Takeo. Stop your gun directors. Target the Ateo. Open fire. Alternate director, go ahead and target the Tenroya. Astoria. Critical damage. All over the place. She's in bad fucking shape. Her aircraft is destroyed. One of her main director is destroyed. So if you see, well, I mean, she's still got. All right, look, I need you to, yeah, go ahead and target the Takeo. Open fire. Wichita, you're still in good shape. No damage to you. Wish for you to target out Takeo. As an alternate, target Tenroyu. Open fire. San Francisco. Alternate gun director. Clear your gun directors. Primary gun directors on Takeo. Secondary gun director is on Tenroyu. Open fire. Full spreads. Livermore. You're good. 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 Alright, so we got focus fire on the Tenroyu, so I'm good with that. Okay, it was sinking. Pause. Make sure we got good gun direction on the enemy Tenroyu. Okay, fire when ready. So my fleet's all jacked up. Q, rudders amidships. Rudders amidships. What are you doing? Left full rudder. Left full rudder. You're about to run into that destroyer. Rudders amidships. Quincy, I wish for you to reform the fleet on column left. Why are you not firing? Open fire. If your gun's aiming, you're firing. You're firing. You're firing. Firing. He's firing. He's firing. He's firing. You're firing. Alright, keep your fire up. The enemy is less than 7,000 yards. Be on the lookout for torpedoes. USS Astoria is burning in the water. She is in bad fucking shape. See any torpedoes anywhere? Quincy, I wish for you to target the Kagero, open fire. Quincy, I wish for you to turn to 270 degrees. So my fleet's got some heavy damage right now. Light cruiser is in bad shape. Quincy, why are you not firing on that target? Oh, Tenroyu sunk. Pause. Finish him off. Open fire on Minakazi. Alternate is Kagero, open fire. Astoria, I know you're in bad shape, but keep your guns up. Keep your fire on Minakazi. Kagero, Kagero, Kagero. Everyone's just firing out. That's fine. Let's focus fire. I don't know what the USS Gleaves is doing, honestly. I'm very concerned about collisions. Astoria's in just real bad shape. Trying to keep in formation here. That Kingfisher back here. I mean, I wish there was a way you can just keep the Kingfisher in orbit around a particular waypoint, but the game can't accommodate that yet, or they don't care to accommodate that yet. I don't know. Should be something easy to fix. Those Japanese destroyers are sporty little ships. I have not seen any long lance torpedo strikes yet. You see my fleet is making a turn to starboard. Japanese destroyer is smoking. So you can see my Kingfisher. You can see we got Japanese. This is our fleet. What the fuck is going on here? The Eberl. Okay, Eberl's coming back into formation. I was very concerned she was about to get in a collision. So let's get a view from the Kingfisher. You see my fleet trying to get back in 2-column left. Don't know what's going on here. We may yet have a collision, but if we do, I'll leave that at the fog of war. I wanna finish off this fleet once and for all. So you can see he's turning in. Okay, so these ships are doing a good job of dodging. A lot better than the last encounter I had. Are you guys about to collide? Okay, they're avoiding collision, thankfully. So major surface action today. The time is 12:08. 26th of August, 1942. USS Astoria, not in good shape. Livermore and Monaghan are both damaged destroyers, but the Japanese have just lost 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and they're about to lose 2 destroyers in Iron Bottom Sound. But the problem is, I've expended a lot of ammunition in this ordeal. Quincy, she's got 108 rounds. That's not even enough for a full engagement of this caliber. Astoria's forward guns are repaired. Her magazine is repaired. But the forward turret is in severe damage. Target Kagero, open fire. San Francisco. Target Kamikaze, open fire. Secondaries, open fire. Wichita, secondaries, open fire. Astoria, secondaries, open fire. Quincy, secondaries, open fire. Livermore. Target Kamikaze, open fire. Warden, you target Kamikaze, open fire. Leaves. Japanese destroyer is getting in, he's still trying to make a run for me. I don't know why he's not firing his torpedoes. Although this game is full of surprises, I will tell you that. The fact that the enemy is invading Port Moresby right now is a bit of a shocker to me. Japanese destroyers just getting murdered. His torpedoes are turned, but they're not turned in the right direction. My boys are terrible shots. Holy shit, all that shot and I can't hit them. The Astoria is sinking. I'm losing the Astoria. I lost a heavy cruiser in this ordeal. Target. Let's end this engagement. That's fine. We'll let it run. No. Negative. Open fire. Finish the job. Wish for you to target kamikaze. Open fire. So I just lost the Astoria. Open fire. Open fire. He still wants to fight. My fire when ready. So the Livermore is in bad shape. She's got a lot of flooding. She may go down. She may sink. So let me get a little counter flooding here. But if she is able to continue her fire, I wish for her to open fire on the enemy. Eberl, keep your fire up. Target. Kamikaze, class destroyer, open fire. Monaghan, also burning, not in good shape, trying to put her fires out. Counter flood, these two compartments. Keep your fire up. USS Livermore is going down. I've lost a destroyer in this ordeal. See my two ships burning and sinking. You are firing, correct? Okay, the enemy is sunk. So, the results of this battle, and it was a hell of a naval battle, is that we have sunk the entire enemy fleet consisting of 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and a destroyer. We have lost 3 ships ourselves. We've lost the heavy cruiser Astoria, the destroyer Monaghan, and Livermore. So overall, a major victory for us. I'm willing to keep my fleet out here for now, but they are out of ammunition, so I'm not willing to keep them out here. I'm going to retire them, and I'm going to bring up my reserve force consisting of 2 Australian light cruisers, and they will be there within 11 hours. This force will be landing what they need to land in 2.5 hours. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this force close. I want to make sure they make their troop landings. It is 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Can't launch aircraft for another 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and push forward. I'll end the stream once we're able to land this last Staghound convoy at Guadalcanal. Pause. San Francisco, can you launch Kingfisher? Yes, you can. Let's keep our Kingfishers airborne. Wish for you to patrol up towards Salvo Island. And I wish for my Avengers to get up here. We are about an hour and a half from landing our last Staghound convoy at Lunga Point. Enemy float plane. And my Avengers, that is a mandatory. So I think we may actually hit some Japanese ships. Hopefully they are not transports, because that would be indicative that the enemy is reinforcing himself at Lunga Point. We certainly hope that's not the case. So you can see here my transports. They are on this battle mini map. They're headed towards Lunga Point, which is around here. And they will be deploying 1,000 infantry and plenty of supplies for our boys. Letters from home. They're going to change in the Springfield rifles for some Garans. Plenty of 303 ammunition, 155 millimeter rounds, or 105 millimeter rounds, plenty of artillery shells. So our boys will be well supplied to continue the fight on Guadalcanal. But let's go ahead and time compress. Okay, we can leave this engagement. Raynell Island's ready to launch aircraft. We are going to now let me ask something. We got 167 miles. It is 76 miles to that target. Grouper is about to make a torpedo run on this retiring Japanese fleet. Jacob, you're right. I got enough command points to do a uh-oh. We got a game crash. Let's see if we can get back into this.